Yo, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, people, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, as always. Otakus and hikikomori's out there. This is Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011 AK Mania Wolverine, and of course, you guys in Wrestling Journals and Natural Sports channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, all the good stuff. And today I got two things to talk about for you guys today. This one came out about 2 days ago. I was going to do it the other day, but I already ran out of room to talk about when I was talking about the other thing, which was it was a little bit negative bullshit news, which was about this stupid fucking Pokemon concept artist. I don't know if she worked for a Game Freak or the Pokemon company. It was about her her wanting to have SJW and third wave feminism and rights for LGBTQIA, sort of bullshit political stuff. She wanted this stuff in anime nowadays. And then once again, I gotta credit due. Shout out to, I forgot what her name was. I think it was Kikabal Kenkai. I think her name was Kenkai was her last name. She absolutely put her foot up that bitch's ass, and I'm glad she fucking did too. Said oh, we don't need any of this political SJW third wave feminism garbage. We still need our big old tiggle bitty anime girls with really huge tits and really nice butts, and we need our robot sci-fi anime to be hardcore and to be as most escapist the most escapist thing that we can have. We don't need any of this other garbage ideology shit. She didn't say that in that exact sort of way, but to a certain extent, she said it like that. So, gotta give credit is due again. Shout out to that shit. But anyways, here to talk about two different things. One of them is extremely close to my childhood. This one is too, obviously. So this one comes from Screen Rant, which I don't even remember the last time I ever read anything from Screen Rant. Oh, and by the way, I'm probably only going to do 4 more chat and breezes this month, because by the time June comes around and it starts hitting 100 degrees, you probably won't see any chat and breeze videos all the way up to either September 15th or the 20th or October. It depends, because in September, sometimes it still stays 100 degrees to almost the end of the month. So it probably won't be till either late September or October by the time you guys see chat and breezes once June comes around. So it's going to be a while. Most of them are probably just going to be indoors. Anyways, this comes from Riley Little from Screen Rants in the movie news. So it says, Detective Pikachu's writers reveal how they would do a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Which, in my own personal opinion, if any Hollywood production studios out there were even thinking about doing a Super Smash Bros. Movie, or the one that we have right now, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I guarantee you 100% there would be no way in hell they'll be able to do it in live action. It would be literally next to impossible as all fucking hell for any Hollywood production company out there to try to make a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate live action. It could not be done. Because there's no way in hell, even though it could kind of sort of be done, if they did it as an Avengers Endgame sort of way, because we're in all these places and galaxies and different parts of the universe. Obviously, they don't fucking exist, but in Super Smash Bros., there's hundreds and thousands of other different galaxies and different planets where all these other video game characters come from. You know how long as shit would take to create all those galaxies? They tried to do it live action. That would take about good 6, probably 7 years for them to do that. Because you got not just every character from the Nintendo universe, you got them from all these other video game company places like fucking Sony and Microsoft, obviously. Yeah, there's them. And a lot of PC games. And then then you got freaking places from other different parts of video gaming companies from Ubisoft, Square Enix, SEGA. What else is out there? 2K Games, Retro Studios. There's so many thousands of gaming company studios out there. Ubisoft, the only other two I could think of after that is probably Platinum Games and fucking I don't know. Trying to think of another one, because there's thousands and thousands of video game companies out there that they would have to pick and choose all these little different parts of the gaming industry, and then the whole universe of different parts of Nintendo and parts of other video gaming universes out there, and put it all into one movie. That would be hard as shit to do if they tried to do that live action. So it'll probably be more than likely a pure CGI animation movie. If any Hollywood production studios were to do that, it would either be either Disney and Pixar or fucking DreamWorks. or Illumination Entertainment or some other like CGI animation studio will probably have to make a Super Smash Bros. Movie because it would be almost like fucking impossible to try to have any Hollywood production studios company even think about doing that live action unless they did it like Avengers Endgame. Then they might be able to pull it off. But other than that, that's like the only way they'll probably be able to try to attempt to make a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate into live action. Anyways, let's read this quick article here. So it says, Detective Pikachu has finally arrived in theaters, but could a widespread internet joke lead to a live-action Super Smash Bros. Film? There's no denying that the appeal of Nintendo's Smash series as the all-star fighting game is packed with crossovers from Nintendo's vast library of IPs. The franchise has expanded to a point that it is now a who's who of gaming, and even the latest entry of the series, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, has begun broadening its reach throughout downloadable content. Despite films like Avengers Infinity War being dubbed for the most ambitious crossover for event in history, Super Smash Bros. Could easily challenge that claim. Give the scale of at least games over 75 character rosters, some of which aren't even owned by Nintendo, and the immense sales success of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's clear how broad the reach is for the franchise. Keeping in mind and giving a monumental success of Avengers Endgame at the box office, how would that same premise transfer to over a live-action Super Smash Bros. Films in the shadow of Detective Pikachu? Alright, so there's all that. Okay. I think there was a little bit more than that, but then it says like different types of like articles that have nothing to do with it. So yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions on that. Like I said before, I'll say it again. The only way they'd probably be able to do this is more than likely just a full CGI animation movie. And like it would either be from, I don't know, Disney, Pixar, which I hope to God they wouldn't do it for Disney, because that means it'd be a lot less violence and shit. Like for example, if Nintendo would have came out with another like different live action franchise, the only two I could see them doing it would be the real big ones besides Super Mario. Because I know next year they did say in 2020 or 2021 they're gonna have a live action version of Super Mario again. Which I'm praying to God it doesn't end up being like the 1993, 1994 old Super Mario live action thing, because I remember I was about 5 or 6 years old when I saw that, and that shit was garbage as fuck. Even 5, 6-year-old little me hated that fucking movie. Even though I had one of my favorite Latin American actors was John Guizamo, it still wasn't good enough for me, man. It just wasn't. And then the last movies I saw him in was like in John Wick 1 and 2, which the guy, he's doing way, way better now compared to how he was back then. Real funny ass dude. He's got a little bit of a dirty fucking comedian mouth, but that motherfucker's badass as shit. Plus, like, he was born and raised in, like, the Bronx, New York, too, so obviously, the guy is almost like an older fucking brother to me, man. Seriously, because since I was raised in Harlem, so that's awesome. We came from the East Coast, both of us, which is awesome. Anyways, other than that, as far as that goes, my God, man. And speaking of which, I am definitely going to see John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Oh, hell yes, I'm seeing that one. I already saw the first two. This one's going to be badass as shit. I think they might go up to like John Wick 8. Because they said after John Wick 3, they might be coming out with a couple more. So I'm definitely watching those other ones in the future as well. If that's a thing. Oh yeah, and the other two Nintendo IP real life ones, if they were going to do them, they were more likely probably going to be rated R. Or maybe PG-13. Like, they did the Legend of Zelda live action thing, even though they said they were going to do it for Netflix, but they never did. That would be awesome. And now if they did like a Metroid Samus Aran one, that one, that will probably end up being like a rated R movie. Because, especially if it was that dude Ridley Scott that were going to work on it, imagine how crazy as fucking hell that thing Ridley would look in a CGI, like, realistic form, like one of the Xenomorphs. Because I know that's what he was supposed to be based off of. Ridley Scott's Xenomorph. That would be so fucking badass. I would love to see that more than any fucking thing in the world. Or even a live action thing, even though it was from Sony first, but then Nintendo ended up completely making that their own franchise, which was Bayonetta 1 and 2. And it was mainly Bayonetta 2. Imagine if they had a live action version of that. Oh, God. I guarantee you automatically that would be another one that was purely rated R. Because you see how over-sexualized as fuck Bayonetta is. I guarantee you they're going to make it rated R immediately. Because she's an extremely sexually beautiful, attractive woman. really curvaceous, lustful body. The only ones I could see them making PG, like rated G, like Nintendo live action movies, if it was a live action Kirby movie, a live action Donkey Kong movie, or a live action Mother Earthbound movie. That's it. All the other ones that are a little bit more of a serious tone will probably end up being PG-13 or rated R. Anyways, let's get on to the other one. This one definitely caught an eye to my nostalgia. I only played it like one time ever. I think it was either for Sega Dreamcast or the Nintendo GameCube, way back in the day. So it says Sega files a new Super Monkey Ball trade series that might be ripe for the new entry soon. And I only played it one time, but that was a real fun-ass party game back in the day. I used to love playing that. Actually, I only played it a few times out of the week, and it wasn't at my cousin's house either. It was like another friend's parents of another friend's church friend's place or whatever. So it says on the Nintendo GameCube lately, launch day, I had 2 games, a Beloved 3 prequel, and this is coming from the author himself, so got a credit due. 3 cool bound Luigi's Mansion and a little game called Super Monkey Ball. The series has had some highs and lows with a fantastic sequel on GameCube, followed by some iffy entries on the Wii and beyond. Things have been awfully quiet for the series as of late, but something might be rolling along soon, if this trademark is to be believed. Sega has locked the title Tegogoro, I think that's what it is, Tebogoro Super Monkey Ball, and Tebogoro, meaning ripe and in season when it comes to food, is the perfect game association with bananas. And if it leads to more creative horse and party games, both old and new, then I'm all for it. No formal announcement has been made, but with E3 on the horizon, we'll be sure to keep you on posted. So yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. There's another one here for Nintendo Life. You guys can read this one on your own. I'm not going to read it. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. My God. I would love to see a modern day version of Super Monkey Ball come back, because that game was really, really fun as shit when I used to play it on the GameCube and Dreamcast a couple times, which one of my church friends back in the days when I was still living in New York at the time, he had the Dreamcast version. I had the original GameCube version, so yeah. That's a really, really old school Sega IP I would love to see them bring back and try to bring it to a newer generation of gamers out there that have never played the original one. I didn't even know it was still going on for the Wii and PS2, PS3 era. I didn't even know that. I thought it was done after I thought it was finished after the GameCube and Sega Dreamcast shit. Other than that, this will be a really, really beautiful franchise to come back. And speaking of which, I would love to see the Ape Escape shit come back. That would be cool. Or the Gex the Gecko thing. Can you imagine if they had a modern day Gex the Gecko freaking game nowadays? He wouldn't even just take movie jokes and references from the TV anymore, because at the time there was internet, but it wasn't a huge giant fucking thing like how we know the internet nowadays. Back then the internet was a completely different thing compared to how it is nowadays. He can make so many jokes and so many memes out of anything he wanted. If there was a modern day version of Gex the Gecko, he would have literally endlessly amounts of jokes if he was around nowadays compared to how limited he had with just movies and TV references. And that's all I got to say for now, and I'm out of here. Links to the description box down below, cartel inside, and I'm done. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus and hikikomori's out there. I'll see you when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you're at in the universe out there. Stay tuned for future articles / reviews, including video gaming industry news, anime, manga news, internet news. And that wraps up the video. Take it easy, stay safe. Peace out. I'm out like sauerkraut. Late and goodbye. We'll see all of you on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm gone. I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. Later.